Hey, what's up, guys? This is Alter Ego here. Um, this video is kind of going to be a little bit different. Well, actually, not a little bit. It is going to be extremely different, I guess, from what I usually do. Usually, I do games and stuff, but this kind of been like weighing heavy on my chest, and this is, I guess one of the only places I I can just vent, and no one will either give a fuck or people will give a fuck. It would just be tossed up in the air. But anyways, in this video, I guess I'm talking about long distance relationships and why you should not. I guess I wouldn't say you should go looking for one, but if it happens, you shouldn't be afraid. Now, the thing about me is that I was in a long distance relationship. I'm currently in Las Vegas. I was in Florida when I was in it, and it was for like about 4 years with a girl in London. Right, her name is Jade. Um, and like I learned so much through that experience, even though it didn't really end well, and it was my fault. So it's not like I'm blaming her, like whatever. But it was my fault, and but the thing is, I learned so much from being in that relationship for so much. It's because I guess when um sorry, facing my camera. I guess when you can't see that person, you know what I mean? It's most people either break two ways. They can't handle it because they need the touching, they need the feeling, they need the emotions and all this stuff. And then most people are okay with it. And if you if you're okay with it, the lessons you'll learn is just simple. You'll learn true love, in my opinion. You'll learn what true love really is simply because it's not physical, because that's what love is. Like if you just see someone and then you meet them and you like them and everything else like that or whatever, and everything's awesome, you're laughing, everything, it's mostly just lust. It's lust. You want to see how they look, you want to fuck them, you want to do whatever, you want to kiss them, or you know what I mean, you want to touch them. It's mainly you want to do something. But it's usually after a couple months, usually about 3-4 months of dating, is when the actual love come in. When, for example, you wake up and your girl has dinner, or your man all of a sudden brings you the teddy bear out of nowhere. It's just those things, those small things that'll mount up to, holy fuck, I love this person. You know what I mean? It's never in the beginning because it's mainly just lust. So when you're in a relationship, a long distance relationship, um, it's it's real love when you feel it, because you can't do anything else. So when you already have it you already have your mind in that state where obviously you can't fuck them because they live halfway across the world. You can't touch them. You won't be able to see them. You know what I mean? But you still wake up every day and you still want to hear their voice. You still want to talk to them. You still want to see their face. You still want to do everything possible. You want to talk to them as much as possible and learn everything as much as possible about that person, because that's all you can do. And then that's when it turns into real love, because that's what real love is just really loving that person, really loving their mind, what they think about, what they laugh about, the humor, everything is really loving the deepness of that person. It's not that that person can rock red hair, or that person, looks way nice in a dress, or, people really jealous of my girl or whatever else like that, or she could do some crazy stuff. It's never that. It's just when you wake up in the middle of the night and then you see her or you see him, and then you get more calm. You get what I'm saying? That all right, and you go back to sleep. That's it. That's what I'm talking about. So it's like when you're in a long distance relationship, that's all you have, is that talking, is that learning of the true person and everything else like that. Now, obviously, it does get hard. It does get hard because some long distances relationship will only be long distance for so long. Like some people, for example, will go on Tinder or other stuff like that to talk to people to a place that they're going to move to in the future. Some people talk to girls, um, they don't plan on moving there in the future, but because of how serious it gets, then one of them plan on moving to the other place. You get what I'm saying? But it gets harder obviously over time. Over time, then it gets to a thing where it's like, I really wanna fucking see you. Like, trust me, I've been through that so much. I've been through that so much where I'm like, I'm just like, fuck, I need something. Like, fuck, like, like, holy shit. So, and it definitely does get really hard. But the thing is, with me, it's like I'm a I'm the kind of guy that's like a dog chasing a car. Like Joker said in the movie, where he's like he's willing to chase a car so far, but if he ever gets the car, he doesn't know what to do with it. He wouldn't know. You know what I mean? He's a dog. He just chased the car. That's all he thought about. Is just chasing the car. So, and I guess I'm that kind of guy where that's why I guess it made it work for so long, even though we had many bumps and stuff like that. Trust me, and it's me again. But um, even though we had many bumps because of that, um, it still it still became like a goal for me. It was more of like it was like I'm chasing her. Like I already know and like the thing is like what happened with me. And it probably happens with other people, and that's probably why it doesn't work out and everything else like that. A lot of people end up cheating. And what happened with me is that I didn't go out and like fuck anybody. I just, I was flirting with a girl and stuff like that online on a website. And that's wrong on me. I know I'm a piece of shit for that. But what worked out with me is that I was able to just be like, okay, I'm going to chase this, I'm going to chase this, I'm going to chase this, I'm going to chase this. But people, they kind of get in this mind frame where they want to substitute. You get what I'm saying? And it's like, they're thinking of that person so much. They want something. They want something to touch. They want something to hold, whatever, whatever, whatever. And then someone comes along here, like that may be close to you, whatever else like that, and then they just do it with them. Because it's like they just been so focused on that person that it's like a substitute. You know what I mean? They still want you, whatever else like that, but they still doing it with this other person. Just because it's substitute. Now, it's wrong. Don't get done saying it's right or whatever else like that is completely wrong, whatever. Because, you're still in a relationship. But that would be the main issue. Because it's never like money or anything else like that. Because how would it be? You know what I mean? Like the only problem that will come along is like you guys don't talk enough. If you guys don't talk enough, you guys will drift apart and you'd be like, what's the point of this, whatever, and then you guys will fall apart. But most of the time, it fucks up because, and I'll be completely honest. One, because of cheating and other stuff like that, and not trusting the other person, because that happens a lot too. You know what I mean? Like if you're a long distance from the other person, you think that person is sexy as fuck, right? You're like, oh my god, I'm so happy I have you, whatever. But you're far, you're gonna lose trust. You're gonna be like, what are you doing? Where are you going? Whatever, whatever, whatever. Now with me, luckily, Jada was a homebody. She was home all the time watching anime and shit like that, so I never had to worry about that. Very lucky. But some people, they like going out all the time. They like having friends and they like doing all the other shit. So that trust and cheating and all that umbrella is one of the main problems. Second problem that people have is that even after knowing and talking to someone over 3 years through a computer, no matter how much you know that person, you can say something and know exactly what they'll say, know their favorite movie, name their favorite color, everything about them, but you do not know how they act in public. And that is always something you unfortunately have to be sure of, because people can be at home and talk to you one way, and then they get out and they're a different way. They're crazy with their friends, or they're crazy with their family, or whatever else may be the situation. They're different in public. You actually get with them. They're different when you're walking around. They're different when you're actually with them in person. And that also is one of the other main reasons it breaks off. Now, my relationship luckily didn't happen like that. We met. He was like, dude, you're perfect. And then she was like, you're perfect. I was like, ah, yeah. So and we worked out that way. But no, we unfortunately feel, like I said, it was kind of my fault. um I don't know, I didn't feel trapped, but I kind of felt screwed in the end. You know what I mean? So, but I won't get too much detail into it unless people in the comments are like, what the fuck happened, and I'll make a video about it. But I personally think, even if the relationship don't last, right? Let's just say, you know, um, you already have a feeling in your head it won't last or whatever else like that. I still say try, because the lessons from trying will outweigh you just not knowing and being ignorant to the lessons you can learn. Because the lessons, like I said, you can learn are massive. It would completely change your relationship, because when you get in a relationship where the person just wants to talk to you, they just want your company, they just want your attention, they just want to hear your voice, they just want to know what you think, they just want that communication with you because they like you so much. You get what I'm saying? They want to do things, they talk, whatever, all that stuff. You know what I mean? That is a different kind of love that you'll end up wanting. Because nowadays, when you meet people in person, it's kind of shallow, because you can kind of always bypass communication with activities or doing things, or whatever, instead of just sitting there talking about how you feel about the stars, or deep philosophical stuff, or learning about her favorite kind of ant, or whatever else like that. You're watching TV, you're going out to dinner, you're doing this, you're going this places, you're working, whatever else like that. So it's like you learn a deeper part of the person quicker than you would in person, which is weird, because when someone just it's like someone just pulling your skin off from the front and then just trying to figure out that way. Like, we all know that people are deeper than skin. You're way more deeper than skin deep. You have a lot more inside of you. Obviously, literally and figuratively, right? Like, you're a lot more deeper than what a person can just see in front of you and talk to you for a little bit or a couple days or whatever else like that can figure out. But when you know that that's all you have to talk about. Because, for example, you're not going to be talking about what you did last Wednesday together, or the drama at your guy's school, or whatever else like that, because you guys don't go to the same school. You guys didn't hang out last Wednesday. So you guys only have pure conversations that you can have. It's only about things that interest each other, or things that happen in your guys' general area, like, politics, religion, or whatever else like that. And those are the kind of things that invoke, of course, deep thinking, and that's when you really learn about that person. Now, of course, being able to be with the regular, person up close or whatever is perfectly fine, totally cool. But after being with someone for so long, a long distance relationship, you want that same deepness. You want that same kind of conversation. You want that same kind of thought process and everything else like that, and the true showing of love. And unless you get it, then it's like you feel like all your relationships are so shallow. You know what I mean? Like, you're only thinking about, all right, cool. You think I look nice? My pants and my clothes. All right, cool. You think I look nice because my eyes. Let's say for me, you think I look nice because of whatever, whatever, whatever. But you don't know what I think about politics. You don't know what I think about science. You don't know what I think about any of the shit I actually give a shit about. You don't know about any of that. So it's like, you know me up close, but you don't know me as close as someone 2,000 miles away, which is crazy. It's crazy. Completely blows my mind. But obviously, I'm not going to try to get this video too long, guys. Like I said, I just kind of wanted to vent, kind of tell everyone to kind of take that step forward, get, I guess, stuff off my chest. I'm not really sure. But if you guys like the video, I'm not going to tell you to subscribe. If you like the video, I hope it helped. Awesome. Go watch someone else that is probably more enlightening. Alright? Thanks, guys. I'm Alter Ego, and I'm out.